Hello everyone, I'm Michelle Smith and welcome to my channel. I have a Valentine's Day wreath for you today. The tools that you're going to be needing are your glue gun and glue sticks, a ruler, wire cutters. You're going to need some heavy duty wire cutters, and then something to cut your ribbon and your mesh with, either scissors or a rotary cutter. If you're using a rotary cutter, you need to use something that's safe to cut on. The materials that you're going to be needing are some pipe cleaners. You're going to need some ribbon. This is the ribbon that I'm going to be using. And then I might also be adding some of this smaller ribbon. Then you're going to need several packages of the Dollar Tree white Deco mesh and several packages of the red Deco mesh. And I believe this is the only item that doesn't come from the Dollar Tree. And this is your kind of burlap looking or beige Deco mesh. This was $6.99. I believe I got this one from Joann's. I know they also sell this size and color at Hobby Lobby. So you can always, you only need one roll. It's much larger. So I've used these before, and you get maybe 3 or 4 of like the Dollar Tree size out of one roll. So you only need one of these. Then you're going to need one of the 14-inch wire wreath forms from the Dollar Tree. You do not want to use their 18-inch because that'll be too large. So you want to make sure you get the 14-inch wreath form. And then you're also going to need one of the love signs. Now I'm going to be using this one because I want to use this ribbon. If you choose, you can use this love sign, but if you use this love sign, I would use this dark ribbon. Only because if you use this ribbon, it'll blend in so much with the sign that it won't stand out. Okay? Some decorative items that I pulled out that I may use are the DIY stickers for Valentine's Day. They have 2 packages. They have this one that just has the hearts on it. And you get glitter red, pink, and then these are like white or unpainted. And then they also have this one that also has the little glitter arrow with a little heart in it. And then I also picked these out. These are the glittered heart picks. These I got from the Dollar Tree. And then I also pulled just the regular glitter heart picks. See, these look a little bit more fuzzy, and these are a little bit more flat. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and clean up and get set up, and we'll get started. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is to cut your wreath form in half. And when you do cut it in half, you want to make sure that one end has the bar, and one end will have the loose wires. Okay? And then we're going to attach those to the back, and we want them to be kind of in an S shape, like this. Okay? So I'm going to show you how to attach this. You want to lay the wire down onto the board. And you want to come in about 1 inch. You want to keep it within the length of the board, okay? And you want the end with the bar. You want one end here and one end at the bottom, so that the cut pieces are in the middle. That way when you lay it on your door or wall, it'll hang properly. So the first thing I'm going to do is decide where I want to lay this down, which is here. I want to make a mark where this bar that's lifted up is. And same thing over here where the second bar that's lifted up is. Okay, because that's where I'm going to attach a pipe cleaner. Now I went ahead and cut my pipe cleaner in half. Now I'm just going to lay down a big glob of glue over it so that it gets secure. This is just going to help me to secure the frame to the board. Now while you're gluing this onto the back, it's very important that you take your time and you allow the glue to dry thoroughly at each stage. That way you won't have any issues. If you try to rush it, you could end up having issues where it detaches and it comes apart when you're working on it. And you don't want that to happen. Okay, so I'm going to turn this around while that's drying. I'm going to go ahead and mark this side so I can get the ones for this side glued down as well. So again, when you're placing it, you want to come in about 1 inch. You want to make sure that it's within the board. Mark that one, the second one that is up. You know where to place them. I just simply lay it down over the spot and then put my glue on it. Okay, now I'm just going to let that sit for a couple minutes until that glue sets up, and then we'll move forward. As you can see, the glue is nice and dry. It's very sturdy. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and attach these. And I'm just simply pulling it down and wrapping it around. After you give it a couple twists, just go ahead and trim off any excess of the pipe cleaner. Push the ends down. Okay. That way it'll hold it in place while you finish gluing it down. Now, as you can see, these two bars are laying flat. This bar is laying flat. So the ones that are laying flat and already on the board, on the ends, go ahead and put a nice big glob of glue. Also put a nice glob of glue over that pipe cleaner's ends to make sure it doesn't come apart on you. You can also hit a little bit of glue on the sharp ends where you cut the wire frame. That'll just help protect you. If you grab it, you don't scratch yourself. Turn it around to this side. I'm going to put this one on. Now just remember, the part that has the bar that goes across goes on either end, and the one that is cut and the ends are loose goes in the middle. Now, if you like crafts, hauls, and DIYs, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. I do upload new content every week. Okay, I got those tied down. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the glue. Make sure I get those cut ends. Ends there. Okay, I'm going to set this aside and we're going to let this dry nice and thoroughly before we start to attach anything. That's why we put that together first. Now the next thing that we want to do is start to put our mesh bundles together. I went ahead and took my mesh out of the package. I like to cut 2 at a time. I lay them over each other and roll them out. I usually use something kind of heavy to make sure they don't roll back on me. Now I use this Fisker's rotary cutter. I like this when working with mesh. It makes it easy to cut. But you can use scissors, whatever is most comfortable or easy for you or what you have available. I like to clean up my end. Then I'm going to cut my mesh at 8 inches. You will need 18 to 20 bundles of each color. And there are 2 rolls per bundle. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and cut my mesh at 8 inches. Now it's nice when you cut 2 at a time because that would be 1 bundle. So that way you can count out as you go how many you need to cut. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and cut my mesh and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my mesh cut. I'm going to show you how to make the little bundles. It's very simple. You just take your mesh and you roll it up. Stick it between my 2 fingers. We're just going to put 2 rolls per bundle and 2 rolls of the same color. Put them together. I have my pipe cleaners cut in half. Just wrap it around the middle there. Pull it nice and tight. And give it a twist. You have a nice little bundle. I'll do that again for you. You want to go ahead and take your mesh, roll it up, put it in your fingers. Go ahead and roll up the second piece and add that. Take a pipe cleaner, wrap it around the middle, pull it nice and tight, and twist. Okay. Okay, so we're going to start attaching our bundles onto our wreath form. Everything is nice and dry. Everything is very secure. You just go through and remove any excess glue strings that are hanging out. Okay, now you have a nice solid base to work with. Okay, when you attach your bundles, you're going to attach them to the 2 bars that are in the middle. Okay? So you just take your first bundle, wrap it around those first 2 bars, pull it nice and snug and give it a twist. And then I just tuck my ends down so that they're not sticking up. Okay. Nice and secure. Now, you don't need to worry about the pipe cleaners. Once you start getting this filled in and you have a bunch in there, you won't even see the pipe cleaner. So don't worry that they don't match. And then you're just going to alternate colors. Do the white, the beige, and then the red. Again, just stick it in, wrap it around those center two wires, flip it over and twist it on. And tuck down your ends. And then as you're adding, you just want to make sure that you keep everything nice and snug so you keep it nice and full. Go ahead and add your next one. And then go ahead and repeat the pattern. So you can see it's nice and full. So you just keep going and alternate throughout all the way till you get around. Now each section will take 8 to 10 bundles. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attach the rest of my bundles, and then I'll come back and we'll move on to decorating our wreath. I've applied all of my mesh. I think it came out really nice. Now when you're putting your bundles together, you'll notice that the Deco mesh, especially the Deco mesh from the Dollar Tree, does tend to fray. Don't worry about it. Go ahead and do your bundles and get your bundles attached. Once you get everything on, right now is the time you can go back and clean them up. I just take my scissors and I go through and I snip anything that's sticking out too much or that looks funny to me. And I clean it up. Usually by this point you're done with messing with the Deco mesh, so you're able to clean it up easily. And then you won't have too much trouble of it fraying anymore. You can also take the little ends. If the little ends are sticking up, just grab them, twist them, and stick them back down inside. Sometimes the little cut end from the center pops out. You can just tuck that back down inside. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and clean up my little frayed ends and tuck them in, and then we'll come back and we'll start to decorate the wreath. Okay, so I was playing around. My original plan was just to do 2 big bows, one on either side, but I decided I really don't like that. So I decided I'm going to go with the regular ribbon bundles. So I've gone ahead and I've cut the ribbon at 9 inches, and I'm using this one, which is the 2.5-inch wired ribbon, and then I'm using 2 of the small, which the burlap with the glitter gold and then just a shiny red. I wanted to show you how I was doing the bundles. Just lay the shiny red and then the burlap over the top. Go ahead and pinch it right in the middle and wrap your pipe cleaner around it. Fold it in half so it's nice and tight and give it a twist. Now I find that when you add your ribbon bundles after you've already added your mesh, you use about half the amount of ribbon. So I've gone ahead and done my other bundles, and I've already placed them in with the mesh. Now what I did was I did the center. So this one I attached on the 2 bars in the center. Then I went to the inside. So this one is attached to the 2 bars on the inside. And then I go to the outside, 2 bars on the outside, and then back to the middle. And then the inside, and then the outside. Okay? So the final one I have to put on here is near the outside. So I'm just going to go ahead and separate where I want to place it. And then I'm feeding it through the bottom 2 bars. Just pull it tight and twist. Go ahead and tuck your ends. Now you'll want to make 12 ribbon bundles. So you have 6 on this side and 6 on this side. Then once you get your bundles in, go ahead and fluff your ribbon. Usually pull it out and kind of bend the ends of the wide ribbon. And then I pull the small ribbon side to side, and then on the bottom I do the opposite. So that ribbon looks crosses. That way you're able to see all of your ribbon. Okay. Are these glittery red hearts on a stick. I do want them to kind of stick out a little bit, so I'm going to leave some of the stick, but I'm not going to leave it that long. Use my wire cutters. So I went ahead and left it, about 3 inches. And then all you have to do is go ahead and add a little bit of glue on the bottom. Decide where you want it and go ahead and feed it in. I like it much better like that, sticking out rather than glued directly to the Deco mesh. Okay, so I have 2 packages of these, and there are 7 in each package. I figure I will probably use 4 or 5 on each side. But I'm going to go ahead and glue those in, and then I will come back and show you what it looks like. I have all my glitter heart sticks in. I love them. I think they look great. Now the last thing that I'm going to add are some of the Valentine's DIY wood stickers. And I'm going to be applying the glitter hearts. Now the packages come with 2 sizes. I believe you only get 1 large red heart and you get a couple small hearts. So you're going to need 2 packages because I need 2 of large red. Now they do have a little sticker on the back. They don't hold very well. So I'm going to go ahead and add some hot glue. I want 1 up here in this top corner. 1 of the large ones. And then I'm going to put the other large one down here in this corner. And then I have 2 smaller ones. I'm going to place those inside the sign. Okay, there you go. Very pretty. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed that craft. If you did, please give me a big thumbs up. If you haven't already, please also think about subscribing to my channel. I do upload new content every week. Thanks again for stopping by. You have a great day, and I will see you next time.